we catching up with today?
Catching up with Madge. You would have known Madge's Jeep's just recently been in Jeep action, his XJ, but we're also going to talk to him about his FC.
This had the doors off it.
Yeah, that was the one, Beachport. Yep.
So it looks like he's got a well set up XJ.
Yep.
And a bit of work to do on an FC.
I think that's going to be more than a few weekends.
So he's going to show us all over it?
Well, that's what he says he's going to do.
Right. Well, let's get him in, eh?
Why don't we?
Okay. You ready, big boy?
Done, we're recording.
Okay, come on over, Madge.
Action.
Hey, Madge.
Michael, hello.
Yeah, good. Looking forward to having a look at this XJ with you. So I'll get you to give us a quick rundown. So let's start with year model and what you've done maybe to the engine and transmission side of it.
So it's a 2000 model XJ Classic. Bought it stock, still got the stock 4 litre and the AW4 that's in there.
Yep.
I have replaced the engine, unfortunately. These models do tend to, the updates have an issue with that, so I replaced it with a 97 engine. And yeah, it's been going great.
Okay. Looks like she's sitting quite nicely.
Yeah.
So what have we got there? Let's walk around here and look side on. So what have we got with the suspension side of it?
I've got a Rubicon Express 4.5 inch Superflex kit with Bilstein 5100 chocks all the way around. Core 4x4 adjustable control arms. The rear end's been bump stopped, same with the front.
Yep.
And I've got a Terraflex Falcon 2.2 stabiliser in the front.
That sits really nice. It's a good height. Looks really good. And what about, so you've got some bigger flares there. What are you covering up with them?
So I've got the Rugged Ridge pocket flares covering the 17-inch beadlock rims.
Yep.
With the 33.5-inch KM2 12.5 17s.
And that's good combination. It's working good for you.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Hasn't been getting stuck on anything. It's been really good. The tyres are wide, stable on the road, stable off road. It's been the best setup I've had on the Jeep so far on the XJs. So
you've played around with the XJs for a while, haven't you?
yeah, I've gone from 31s to 33s, from the 15s to the 17s, and this has been the best setup for it. So
good. All right, now what's driving those tyres? What have we got in the diffs?
So I got 411 gearing in the diffs,
Yep.
Dana 30 front, Dana 35 in the rear. It is twin lock, so e-locker in the front and true track in the rear.
Okay, so the 35's hanging in okay?
Yeah, it's been doing its job so far. Hasn't cracked yet, so we'll see.
Yep.
See how long it lasts.
And what'd you say you've done to the 30 at the front?
So it's a high pinion Dana 30 in the front.
Yep, okay.
411 gearing. It's got the E to E locker in the front also.
Yeah. No, it looks really good. So when you do take your doors off and you put the tube doors on?
Yeah, I haven't made tube doors for this one yet.
Okay.
My white one had the tube doors,
White one,
but
yep.
I'll take the doors off the front of this.
Yep.
Just in the process of getting it right. The hinges are a bit different between this model and the pre-update.
Yep.
So yeah, needs a little bit more fooling around.
Have you got a bigger fuel tank in or still run the standard?
Standard fuel tank.
Yeah.
Get 200 to 300 k's out of a tank. And if I'm wheeling, it's a different story. But yeah,
I hope it's closer to 3 than 200.
Yeah, it is closer to the 3. Just depends how I drive it and if
Yeah.
I'm towing or anything like that. So
Yep. Now carrying a spare, that size spare or not?
yep, that size spare inside.
Yep.
I am building a rear bar for it.
Okay.
So yeah, something that will be bolted onto the rear.
No, it's just sitting really nice. So you've got some rock rails.
Yeah, got worn rock rails, and I've got some the side protection paneling on the doors also.
Yep.
And yeah, they've done their job really well.
Well, we'll just go back up the front and I see you've got some ventilation happening in that bonnet. That's working?
Yep. So bought them from the States, and they've been doing the job. I've rewired the front fan.
Yep.
To be on and off inside if I need to turn it on, and just pushes out all the heat out from inside the bonnet. So
Can we lift her up and have a look?
of course.
I think I can remember how to do this. The right back mode.
The right back mode.
Yeah. Nice. So you got the snorkel plumbed in there.
Yeah, snorkel plumbed in. I removed the airbox, did an inline filter. Just saves me so much more space in the engine bay because they're very cramped, as you can tell.
Opens it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, so might look at doing a second battery in that location.
And this is a aftermarket filter supply for these? Or is it just something you've rigged up?
It's just something I've rigged up, but yeah, the inlet is exactly the same to go into the throttle body of the XJ.
Okay. And you must get a lot of air escaping out of those vents.
Oh yeah,
they're good.
It does a really good job. Doesn't sit, if I'm wheeling and I switch on the fan, doesn't go over a quarter.
Okay.
So it sits at that very nicely.
That's good. Done well with that. And what have we got hiding in the winch here?
So I've got an ARB front bar. It is a Dominator winch. I've got a Warn winch that's being rebuilt at the moment that will go in. And yeah, haven't really needed to use the winch that much yet. So
good. Nice. No, you've done a good job. What should we look at inside? You got anything done different in the console area?
So I've added trans lockout. So I've got a Montana Fabrication trans lockout kit. So the XJs with the AW4, the first and second gear are on the same notch.
Yep.
So when you're wheeling going downhill, you tend to, once you get to 20 or 30 k's, it shifts to second gear. But with this lockout, I can keep it in first and leave it there until I shift it out if I needed to. And yeah, it works really well going down slippery hills. I've got all my switches there for my front locker, lights, and my ARB twin compressor, which is under the seat. So that's all working off that top panel.
Oh, they look good up there.
Yeah, it's nice and clean.
All right, what's in the back?
Just a homemade.
You know, you said you're making up a rear bar. Yep.
Yeah, so rear bar will be going on the back here. So it'll be a twin. It'll be twin latches, one for fuel, one for the spare tire. And in the back is just a storage box that goes hard against that panel, so nothing can come out from there. I've got a couple of tie down points if I've got anything big on there, so just tie it all down.
Oh, good. No, she's well set up. You've done well.
You got your fridge in the back seat, and you've got that all folded down at the moment.
Yep, that back seat's folded down. I've got enough room there to put whatever I need to, carry around all the spare parts I need to with me. So from drive shaft to a spare hub, wherever I go, it's with me. So you never know when you're going to need it or someone else is going to need it.
Have you got any gear in there to make a cup of tea?
I could probably make a cup of tea, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Got milk?
No milk.
Oh, black tea, that's okay. We can handle that. No, that's good. You've done a really good job. Sits really nice. Looks good. So I better give Ben a rest on the camera. He'll be worn out. And you can show him over your FC. And I hope you've got some big plans for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a long road, but there's definitely
Doesn't
big
matter.
plans.
Doesn't matter. As long as it's happening.
Yep, that's it.
All right, Madge, we'll swap over, give Ben a break, and look at the FC.
Thank you.
Thanks for that, Michael. So, Madge, your FC, tell us about it.
So I purchased this maybe a year and a bit ago from our local Jeep enthusiast, Tim.
Yep.
It was before him. It was being built as a camper trailer. As a camper. It did have a GM engine in it to a turbo 350, but I purchased it without an engine.
Yep.
And yeah, I just want to restore it and start using it.
All right, there's obviously a fair bit of work, and she's pretty empty at the moment. You've emptied a bit of it, I guess.
Yeah, I've taken out the seats and just starting to want to pull the cab off. We've got the front window that's in one piece, so that's been wrapped up and stored.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right, so whole body off.
Yep, cab will come off, the rear tray will come off, then we can look at doing the engine and what needs to be done with that. I've purchased a L67 out of a VN Commodore.
Yep.
Gonna see what we can do to get that adapted to the turbo 350.
All right. What's the drive line on this?
I know it's got front and rear Dana 44s.
Okay. Yep.
Transfer cases in there also. There were cabling and water lines all run to the back for the camper, so all that will obviously come out, and then yeah, we'll assess from there.
So what type of tray are you thinking, or tub, or what are you thinking to put on the back?
A part of me wants to go original with the tub, but I also want to use it, so I've been thinking about doing a flat tray, maybe something out of aluminium. We'll see how we go and get that all done and powder coated.
So you're still gonna keep it as a four-wheel drive, obviously.
Yeah, I want to try and keep it as a four-wheel drive. I won't be using it off-road, more on-road stuff and hauling parts and things like that. So that's the plan.
And as far as inside, you've got the dash, you've got all the other bits and pieces.
Yeah, so I've got the dash, I've got the original steering wheel, the shifter column, got everything there. Got spare diffs, came with a whole heap of spare parts also.
I saw some spare doors there as well.
Some spare doors, yep, couple of spare doors, couple of door inserts, some more windows, diff centers and everything. So.
All right. No, I mean it's obviously a lot of work ahead of you, but I think it's definitely something that we're excited. I mean, you've put it up on Facebook and had quite a bit of an interest on it.
Just a little bit of interest, yeah. A lot of people from the States are interested in them also. So yeah, it's been good.
I mean, they are a very rare Jeep.
Maybe ex-military.
Being the yellow.
Yep.
So I think it's X. Yep.
But yeah, so there is a fair bit of work to be done, but I can't wait to get on the road.
Yeah, no, I'll be pretty excited and pretty watching. I mean, you know, I've got one as well, but with another one on the way, we don't know whether it'll be put back a little bit in priority. But no, so I honestly can't wait to see this thing on the road. It'll be how long are you giving yourself as a project?
I said I want to use it as a learner vehicle for my daughter, so she's 1.5 now, so maybe 15 years.
15 years?
No, I'm hoping within the next couple of years just to get it done. So we're going to look at pulling the cab off soon. I'll go get that blasted and see what we've got to work with, pull the tray off, and then we can, once the engine's in and it turn over and running, I think everything else should be smooth sailing.
So once the house is finished?
Yeah, if we get to that.
Yep, get the house finished, get it in the shed.
Get it in the shed, start working on it properly.
Get it out of Steve's yard.
Yeah, that's it.
It's all right. I've got an FC at Steve's yard too, but we won't talk about that. So, no, mate, I can't wait to see what this project becomes and what you do with it, and it's exciting. And thanks for showing us your Jeeps, and
No worries.
Thanks for your time, mate.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right.